Hello, I'm Joseph Brankamp from Average Joe Dividend Stocks. And before we get started, I want to wish all the mothers happy Mother's Day. Alright, so if you're new to this channel, what I do is I go over my whole stock account every week just to see where it's going, what stocks I'm buying, what stocks I'm probably going to sell, and how long I'm going to hold on to these stocks and all that good stuff. And today I'm going to go over my dividends. I'm going to show how much dividends I've been paid so far since I've started stock investing about a year ago. Then I'm also going to show the dividend payments that I'm going to receive if I don't even buy any more stocks. So let's get started. All right, I'm going to start it off with this week in the last 6 months. So here's this chart right here. All right, guys. I hope you all like that chart. It's been a really good month. I put the $1,200 with an extra $100 from my stimulus check in the account. That was the big jump right there. But let's talk about some of the stocks I own. Like I said about the screenshots, if it's too quick for you, you can go ahead and pause it, look at whatever you want to look at. But all right, let's start with my number one stock, my favorite stock, and it's Apple. So I plan on holding Apple probably for the rest of my life unless something drastic happens. Apple's the most profitable company in the world. So I'm gonna stick with it. It has a it's $3.28 dividend. So they pay me $3.28 every year for every share I hold of theirs, which I'm gonna get a dividend payment. The ex-dividend date was Friday or Thursday, but I'm gonna get a dividend payment from them next week. So I'll get some free money from them next week, and all my other dividends are coming up too. I just got Foot Locker, which I'm also going to show you that too. Foot Locker is one of the shares I'm down on. I got 15 shares. I'll probably add more, but right now I'm working on Texas Roadhouse. So Foot Locker I really like. They own East Bay and stuff like that, and then they also have been moving more to online shopping. They also do layaway where you can pay a little at a time to get your shoes, or not layaway, but what do you call it? Credit. You pay, as long as you got good credit, you can pay payments on your shoes. And then yeah, Texas Roadhouse I really love. I love the restaurant. Every Texas Roadhouse restaurant I've ever been to, which I've been to 4 different ones, have always been great. I love their cinnamon butter. It's a great restaurant, and it's always packed. You always have to wait to get your food, but it is some of the best food that you can get. All right, so they're also a dividend stock, but I'm a little worried they're going to cut theirs like Carnival Cruise. But I mean, they're still doing carryouts, and here in Missouri, everything's starting to open back up just at limited capacity. So they might not cut their dividends, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. If everything opens back up and stays open and we don't shut nothing down again, they'll probably keep paying their dividend payment. And Carnival Cruise Line, I already mentioned, does not pay their dividend payment anymore. Maybe in the future, maybe 3 years from now, they'll start paying their dividend, but as of right now, it's not. I started buying it before the crash, and I received 1 dividend payment from them, but they did a smart business move by cutting out their dividend because they're not making no money right now. They had a loan, or they had to take loans for big amounts of money. They owe a big interest rate on it, I think 11%, somewhere in there on the interest rate. But they did raise a lot of money to make it through this, and it looks like in August, at the end of August, they're going to start doing cruises again. So I can't wait for them to do that, and I might add some more shares. I got 61 shares of it, but we're looking probably at least 3 years before they start paying a dividend again, and that's if no other crisis like this happens again too. Alright, so I went over Foot Locker, Texas Roadhouse, Carnival Cruise Line, Apple. Let's go into another one of my big favorite stocks is Whirlpool. Whirlpool sells great appliances. I don't see their business going anywhere anytime soon. I bought it while it was down because of the crash. I wish I could have got it a little sooner, but my stimulus check didn't come. I'd have loved to get it at $70, $80 where it was at its bottom, but I mean, I got it at 107. I'm still happy with it. They pay a huge dividend, over $4 dividend payment a year, so I got that. And then I got the NAT, which is my only short-term play in my stock group, but they pay dividends based on their profits, so they're going to be paying out huge dividends. Their next couple dividend payments. NAT is an oil tanker company, so right now with the oil crisis and the Saudis dropping the prices and ramping production, although they slowed production now, but I mean, there's just too much oil to go around. Everybody's trying to store it. There's no storage spaces. So the CEO of NAT went on TV and he said that in order to do business with him, you got to pay him $70,000 a day and sign a 6 month contract. So I see them making tons of money for the next 6 months at least. And we'll have to see where the oil crisis is at the end of that 6 months if I'm going to keep holding the shares or not. But so I'm really happy with it. Earnings is on the 18th also. I can't wait for that. I'll show you my little thing on my calendar on my stock account. It shows me when earnings are, when dividend payments are, and all that good stuff. I'll show you that on NAT right here. All right, the next stock is Qualcomm. It's a big 5G player, and I'll plan on holding the shares for Qualcomm for at least the next 3 to 5 years. They should benefit greatly from 5G. One on my watch list is Skyworks Solutions. They're a real big one too. They also pay a dividend. I went ahead and bought Qualcomm. It was a little cheaper, and I mean, they both should benefit great from it. I wish I had more money. Like I said, if I had more money, I'd buy every stock that's on my watch list. But I only put $50 a week in my account. Sometimes I put a little extra. I put the stimulus check, which helped me out greatly. I got to buy a lot of companies that I love that I couldn't afford before. So, all right, now I also have Kraft Heinz. I actually got a pretty big position of Kraft Heinz compared to my portfolio. It's my second biggest position besides Apple. I got 55 shares. One of those shares is free from my dividends. It was one of the first dividend stocks I've been buying. And I'm up on it right now, plus the free share. And I'm hoping I get another free share because I've got a partial share from the last time I got my dividend payment. It's going to be close. I might get another free share. We'll see. But I'm going to keep track of all my free shares I get so I can show you how much of my free money is making me more free money later on down the road. So what I mean by free share, I get the dividend payment from the dividend stocks, and I automatically reinvest it into the same stock, so I get those shares for free. And it lets you buy partial shares too when you do it that way. It's called drip. So I reinvest all my dividend stocks, and I'm just trying to get my free money to make me more free money. Like, I do not plan on taking any of my money out of my stock account. I want to just keep adding it on. Even when I sell some stocks, I'm just gonna buy other stocks that I like. I'll keep looking for great stocks, and whenever I want to sell something like NAT here in a couple months, I'll probably buy some stocks that are usually too expensive for me, but since I have the extra money, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. Like, I'll probably buy another Apple, maybe another Whirlpool, or if there's a really great stock that is a little expensive that I feel like it's undervalued, I'll go ahead and buy that with the money. But I do want to add more to Apple. I do want to add more to Qualcomm and Whirlpool, but I just have to wait and see. Right now I'm working on Texas Roadhouse. I want to get it even with Foot Locker, 15 shares each, and start collecting dividend payments on all of them. So I'll show you all my stocks right here. All right. I'll show you the the calendar where I get my dividend payment from Apple right here. The calendar is a really great tool to use that I have on the TD Ameritrade account because I mean it lets me know when earnings are. It lets me know when people hit earnings, when they miss earnings. Like even stocks I ain't got on my watch list, I can look at. I can look at every stock in there. All right. So I told you I was going to break down my dividend payments. So I went through all my uh, confirmations, or no, all my statement, all my any stock moves I went and added up all the dividend payments I received, and I'll show that here to you. All right, and I also added up all the dividend payments I will receive over the next year as long as nobody cuts them out. So I marked out Carnival Cruise Line because they already don't pay a dividend, but out of the rest of them, this is how much I would make if I didn't buy any more stocks, and I'd get it for one more year. And actually, I'd probably get a little more. Like I said, I think Kraft Heinz, I'm going to get another free share, so I'd have to add another $1.60. But the other ones, I'm not close to getting free shares on the next dividend payments. Kraft Heinz is my big one, getting all the free shares. But NAT, I can't wait for their earnings. I'm probably gonna hold it for 6 months, if not 9 months. And if the oil crisis is still going, I might make it the whole year so I don't short sell it, and just sell it at profits and take all the dividend payments that they give me and invest them in other stocks that I really love. All right, I hope you all really enjoyed this video. I'll see you all next Sunday as always, and I'll show you what stocks I buy and where I'm going and what's my plans, and maybe I'll find some more stocks to put on my watch list. Uh, y'all have a great day. Take it easy.